What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing today? What's going on? My name is Rex, and this is your Daily Chat Season 2, Episode 88 for May the 22nd, 2017. How is everybody doing today? How was your guys' weekend? For those Canadians out there, for the 6 minutes that remain, happy Victoria Day. Hope you guys had a good day off. I, of course, am salty and bitter because, well, while most people enjoy their holidays, my gym decides to close early because World Health doesn't feel that their members are worth it. So, yes, they open up at 8 a.m. instead of 5 a.m. and close at 6 p.m. instead of midnight. You know, holiday hours. They don't screw with people's routines at all. But that's fine. I'm not salty or bitter. I'm incredibly salty and bitter. But that's fine. That's neither here nor there. We did take Friday off, although you guys did notice that we still don't miss streams. We still have 100% uptime. Just been playing a lot of Smite, making that campaign for Hi-Res Rex to become a thing. I need you guys all to go to Twitter and let them know. Tweet at Smite, tweet at Hi-Res Studios that Hi-Res Rex needs to be a thing. Hi-Res Rex is the savior to all of Smite Assault Mode. Hi-Res Rex will lower your in-game taxes. Hi-Res Rex will make your CDR items cheaper and more affordable than ever. That's right, Hi-Res Rex is the next member to make Smite great again. I don't know where that came from, but I kept going with it. So we have a few articles to talk about today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 articles today. While I would love to move right into the tech news, we avoid, normally like people stories for the most part on this show. Well, we do obviously talk about the biggies, and well, I take no pleasure in this whatsoever. But the big story of today, don't mind the notice of an ad blocker. I am using an ad blocker, but here we go. Oh, I take no pleasure in this. Come on, switch, goddammit. There we go. Manchester Arena explosion, 19 dead and 50 injured at an Ariana Grande concert. Oh, dear God. Police are treating a horror blast at Manchester Arena, which left 19 dead and 50 injured, as a possible terror attack. Hundreds of people fled the arena screaming after hearing loud bangs at the end of the Ariana Grande concert, where many of the gig goers were young female fans of primary school age with their parents. Armed police and helicopters rushed to the scene, where one witness reported being blown off of his feet just after the lights came up around 10:40 p.m. Witnesses said they saw smoke and heard an explosion coming from the foyer area before seeing people covered in blood. Oh, dear God. There are unconfirmed reports that people have suffered shrapnel-type injuries in an incident with 21,000 capacity arena tonight, and here are just some horrifying pictures. That poor girl. One man who took his daughter to the gig, Ariana said, "Bye-bye, Manchester." The lights came on, and then there were 2 big noises, and people started running and shouting. We got in a lift to go up to the next floor to the exits. When the doors opened, I saw blood on the floor and 2 people injured, blood all over their faces, and a lot of people were in shock. David Richardson, who was at the concert with his daughter, Emily, 13, said, "The lights came on after the gig and people were starting to leave. As I left, there was an explosion." And it's just a bunch of recount kind of stuff like that. There are reports that one of the explosions was a nail bomb type thing, which is just the scummiest kind of people, man. Like, look, obviously, bombs of any capacity, just no. Like, there's so many things to just focus on for this. There are so many things, and I could pull a Philip DeFranco and be like, you know what? Go fuck yourself. I could pull a Philip DeFranco, and I'm sure in tomorrow's show, he's going to cover it. And he's gonna be, him and I, we will be on the same page. Absolutely. There's no question about that. Him and I are gonna be absolutely on the same page. But I have another issue with what type of terror these people are causing. Terror of any capacity is wrong. It's bad. It's a country of freedom. EU, UK, Canada, USA, they're countries of freedom. Okay, they're bastions of hope. And these people come in and they put out a nail bomb. A freaking nail bomb. If you don't know what a nail bomb is, please do let me enlighten you, because they are the stupidest things on the planet. You go to Home Depot or Rona or Lowe's, let me bundle all those corporations together so I don't get angry tweets, okay? And then you buy a whole bunch of nails, like those big boxes you get for like $10, you know, they have like 10,000 nails in them, and you put them in, you wire them to an explosive with a limited capsule so the pressure builds up, and when they explode, nails fly everywhere. They're pretty bad. They do a massive amount of damage. Not only to people, but to vehicles and property too, because you have nails flying out at, you know, however many kilometers or miles an hour, and it's just ridiculous. And these people put a nail bomb at an Ariana Grande concert. The article even said it is people who are there with their primary school age children, meaning kids like, I guess 5 through 14-ish, you know, give or take a few idiot kids, and their parents. What was the point? What did you accomplish? You know what? It's one of those things, it's just getting so ridiculous. The type of people they're trying to stir terror with. And here's the thing that that terrorists aren't processing. They're not getting through their heads. Okay? You're causing terror. First of all, in North America, we're becoming really desensitized to it. Like, it's getting pretty bad. It's basically a Boston Marathon bomb. You know what, Seasick Mango? Close enough. I'll call that close enough. There's been so many terror attacks. Each city actually has its own version of a Boston Marathon. 7/7 bombings, the Paris theater attacks. You know, countries that matter, they all have their own version of something they can already relate it to. Actually, they don't relate it to other countries anymore. But we're becoming pretty desensitized to it. Of course, that speaks a lot less true to the families suffering these attacks. Of course, like, don't let me belittle the terror impact, okay? But as a populace, we're becoming a lot less desensitized to it when we see it. It's like, a bomb went off. Like, really? Another one? And what these terrorists don't seem to realize is you're poking a really dangerous bear. Like, you're poking just the worst bear out there. Because while there is plenty of, like, you know, stories of military might around the world, there's gonna reach a breaking point where it's either going to go to a world war level of countries picking sides, like China stays with Russia kind of thing, or it's going to be every other country when America says, you know what, enough is enough. The UK says enough is enough. They just march troops into whatever sand-covered camel area of the world that they go to, and all the other countries just go like that. And they just turn their chairs, and they just let whatever happens, happens. Because it's gonna reach a boiling point. You know, I've recently just consumed a massive amount of YouTube videos on military mights and presence because I was bored and it happened to be in my recommendations feed. And when you look at what the U.S. spends on its military, it gets a little bit obscene when you start looking at the numbers. Like, when you realize that, you know, it's like America has dropped 21,000 bombs. That's a lot of bombs. You know, but that's still not that's still not even close to all of the bombs America's got. And didn't we already do that? You kind of did, and then America kind of got complacent. Like, America went in, and then, they gunned down some of the terrorists, overtook the government, and started to rebuild the infrastructure. There's going to be a point when the population just says, you know what? Wipe it out. Just treat it like a cockroach infestation. Walk into whatever camel jockey area of the world these people are in, and just wipe them out. Men, women, children. I know Donald Trump said that during his campaign promises, and people are like,
well, that's a war crime.
You know what? At some point, you're going to push the population enough, they're going to back the idea. And you're not going to try a whole country. That's not possible. There's not enough jails in the world. So, like I said, at some point, either it's going to reach a breaking point real soon where either countries pick a side or they turn away and watch a country get eradicated off the face of the earth. And to be perfectly honest, my parents are from East Africa. I have no relation to Afghanistan, Pakistan, or any of those other sandy countries. And frankly, it wouldn't bother me at all if one of them just disappeared with every single person on it. Wouldn't bother me in the slightest. I would be A-okay with it. Because personally, I'm getting tired of having to cover these stories. Like, we have enough problems in the world here at home. We don't need other people because they just choose to believe in some fictional spaghetti monster that their spaghetti monster is better than your spaghetti monster, so you need to die or they need to die. That's stupid. Okay, we have enough things with net neutrality, copyright laws, and all this other crap in the 21st century that plague people. To think that your religion still has a place in this world is ridiculous. Just let your religion die out. Let it die out with the rest of your garbage family and people that you know. There's no place for you here anymore, now or ever. Okay? Now, of course, I could be way wrong. You guys are more than welcome to throw your comments in there. We'll see what you guys have to say. Why won't you pop? There we go. But yeah, so that was the main story of today. Really, as more stuff develops, I'm assuming it'll develop tomorrow. We'll cover it again. But yeah, there you guys go. That is the Manchester bombings in a nutshell. You're now as up to speed as most other people. There you go. I saved you like 5 minutes of your day with my 10-minute rant. Congratulations. Too tired to be angry. Yeah, unfortunately, kind of the time slot I'm in, so I have to be awake to be angry. It's the way things go. But guys, I want to talk about the last few days. Now, as you guys know, I have been streaming in the super late night. Well, this normal time slot. But on the weekend, I streamed in the super late night with 2 bonus streams. This is technically the second stream of Monday. But I did do a secondary stream. And I want to talk about Beam.pro. Because Twitch, my numbers on Twitch have been so borked for so long, I've just given up on Twitch as a metrics analytics platform. Just everything is wrong with them. But I want to talk about Beam.pro. Because I've always talked about how small the platform is and how it is such a very close-knit and small community and how just it's its own entity. It really is its own entity. It's kind of the anti-Twitch, but at the same time, though, not really. You know what I'm trying to say. At least I hope you do. But streaming in the late night on Beam is a very hard thing. In fact, streaming in the late night on any platform, whether that be Hitbox, YouTube, Twitch, Beam, it's hard to get ground. Not because the time, but because at that time, there is low viewership. The time itself is not the problem. It's what occurs at that time that makes it the problem. Okay? The amazing numbers I've had on Beam the last 2 days is amazing. The followers, the viewers, the concurrent viewers especially, you guys have been killing it on Beam. I cannot thank you guys enough for all of the work, for all of the loyalty on Beam side that you guys have put in. You guys have made it worthwhile, because something like that, like to stream on Twitch, is easy. I already have a computer that does that. But for all the work that's gone into building the Beam setup, to bringing all the files and assets over and all that other stuff, like yesterday and Saturday, you guys, or I guess Sunday and Saturday, you guys made that so worth it. I don't know where I landed in the global rankings for Beam, but based on my numbers and based on what I see in that night spot, I know I landed in the top page. I know for sure I landed on the top page. So for Beam.pro, thank you guys so much. Okay, see you, Powervids. But yeah, that's been just awesome. And it's one of those things, we're definitely going to put some more effort into the Beam side. Definitely, I tweeted at Matt and James today, hoping to bring them on to an episode of Button Mash. I'd love to interview those two guys. And if you guys would like to see me interview them, do tweet at them, tell them, check out this channel, tell them to check out these talk shows, and see what greatness lies here. Now, let's get into, what article do we want? Okay, that is way too many words. We're gonna just abandon that article. Oh yeah, Mango, I remember you. I remember a lot of my viewers, man. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to find a good article to talk about here. Okay, this is pretty neat. Now, I know you guys know what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is that cryptocurrency that, you know, everyone was buying. It's like the one time anybody wanted an AMD graphics card, but it's that cryptocurrency that you mine using GPUs, and it has like its own like little hidden value systems and all this other crap. And it's a whole thing. Like, you need to go watch Barnacules or someone who knows way more about it than I do. But it's one of those things that people never thought would manifest into anything. And we've been covering it the last few weeks, a few days, few shows, whatever. And if you had bought $100 of Bitcoin when it first came out 7 years ago, you'd be sitting on $73 million now. Because Bitcoin has been gaining a lot of traction in the underground market, in markets like China and Japan and all these other places, and its value has been going up and up and up. And as of today, it reached $2,200. It's close enough. $2,200 per Bitcoin. Back in the day, if you had bought a Bitcoin for $100, you would have got a crap ton of them, because they were worth literally nothing. Like, they were worth less than nothing. So you could have gotten away really, really well. And I'm sure this is one of those like at times when people look at it and they're kicking themselves, but it's like you never really would have known. But this is kind of it should be a warning, not a warning. Should be a lesson for you that small numbers, small investments, even though they seem big at the time or risky at the time, small investments can pay off dividends if you just have a little bit of faith and are willing to gamble that money just a little bit. Because back in the day, $100 for Bitcoin was Bitcoin is at 0.003 cents. Like, you could make so much money. And you know what? I know $100 seems like a lot in the moment, but you never know, man. Like, yeah, okay. Say you were homeless. Your Bitcoin wallet would still be valid. Your Bitcoin IP would still be active, and you would now go from being homeless to being worth $73 million. That's not a terrible return on investment, if you ask me. I would risk homelessness for $73 million. Absolutely, I would. So there is that. It's been going up. I'm very curious to see how high is Bitcoin going to go. Because I never, ever in my life would have thought it'd make it to $2,200. $500 per Bitcoin. And the fact that you can deal in fractions of a Bitcoin is even better. So it means you can still make a metric ton of money, even if you only have a fraction of that, if you had joined like a mining collective way back in the early days. That's pretty sick. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. This is a pretty cool story. Here we go. This is like one of those small little victories that just occur in the world every now and then. Whoa. Here we go. Copyright troll attorney John Steele disbarred by Illinois Supreme Court. So after admitting to several criminal acts, including the Operation Privacy Honeypot, Parenda law attorney John Steele has now been disbarred by the Illinois Supreme Court. As a result of the troubled attorney will no longer be allowed to practice law in the state. While the decision doesn't come as a surprise, several victims of trolling operation will welcome it with a smile. So, Parenda law grabbed dozens of headlines, mostly surrounding negative court rulings over identity theft, misrepresentation, and even deception. Most controversial was shocking the revelation that Parenda law uploaded their own torrents to the Pirate Bay, creating a honeypot for people to later for people they later sued over pirate downloads. And it just goes on and on over what that did. God damn, like XSplit on my AMD PC is just awful. It is terrible. But yeah, there you go, man. That's something else. Patent trolls are they're such garbage people. They're the worst form of scum outside of a terrorist. And yeah, I'm so happy to see that and the beauty is this type of thing sets a precedence for other attorneys that they can be disbarred, and they will be disbarred, at least in the state of Illinois. It's good that this has happened. I'm glad a head has already started to roll. Hopefully, more people at Parenda Law will get their heads rolled too. With any luck, that will happen. Let's get into one of the last stories of today. Bankrupt school ITT, I'm assuming it means ITT Tech. Oh, god damn it. Seriously? Okay, that's not right. Wow, this is so bad. God damn it. Stupid XSplit. Bankrupt school ITT pleads, don't let Microsoft wipe our cloud data. The estate of bankrupt U.S. trade school ITT Technical Institutes is today asking a court to stop Microsoft from erasing its cloud data. In a filing to the U.S. District Bankruptcy Court of Southern Indiana, the caretakers of the defunct for-profit university seek an order to bar the Redmond giant from wiping out the contents of ITT's Office 365 webmail accounts for students, faculty, and administrators. ITT has been under bankruptcy proceedings since September of last year, and when it shut down operations and filed for bankruptcy protection after the government barred the school from taking financial aid money. The school had for years been the focus of government probes, etc., etc. Okay, so anyways, getting into this. The school is going bankrupt. Microsoft. Jeez, man. What the hell, XSplit? You guys need to, update your software. God damn. That is so bad. Anyways, the school is going out of business, of course. And they're going to obviously have their stuff deleted. Because, well, they're not paying Microsoft their fees anymore. So you don't pay your rent, you get kicked out. You don't pay your cloud fees, they get deleted. And yeah, I don't blame them for trying to keep it. But at the same time, though, it's like, what is so important that you didn't back up onto your own cloud system? Like, what is so desperately important about your cloud accounts that you can't just download? Holy Christ, really? Wow, I always thought that was like a load of malarkey, but no, man, it's like really cranking up the CPU usage. What the hell's going so high over there? CPU. Wow, that is so weird, man. I have 100% CPU usage, and I don't know what's causing it. What is that? That's 35, 45, 55, 60, 60. Huh. That is so strange. I'll have to look into that, figure out what's going on. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's like a little kind of lighter hearted story. I don't know what they're hoping to keep on it. I know like students want their email and all that, but really it's ITT Tech. What is so desperate about ITT Tech that you need to keep it? Am I right? So that's where I'm going to end today's show, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like what you see here, do hit the follow button or subscribe button on your respective platforms that you're watching me on. Other than that, this is going to be where we wrap up the Daily Chat. Let's head into some Smite action. Guys, I've been Rex. This has been Daily Chat Season 2, Episode 88. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Bye.